Hello, wine lovers! Today we prepared 3 wines for you, 1 strong white wine and 2 reds. And Martin will tell us more about it, more about the first wine.
Our first wine will be Wein and Wimmer from the wine region Wagram. It's a Grüner Veltliner, and it's a new wine. So we will see how fresh it is.
So, new wine, you mean vintage 2020?
Yeah, it's 2020.
Okay. And less, which is on the label, means what?
It's gravel in the end, so really
It's a kind of soil?
It's a kind of soil, it's gravel. So you will see or feel a lot of mineralic notes.
It's very exotic. So there's, wow.
Yeah, it smells very exotic. But it's also very ripe on the nose.
Very ripe for vintage 20, especially.
I'm curious how it will be on the palate.
Very intense. So you have lots of exotic aromas like, I don't know, mango, pineapple, something like this.
Yeah, it's very ripe and exotic and fruity.
Very, very fruity.
But the acidity is very well integrated.
Especially a fresh acidity. So it's this kind of acidity is good for the wine. So it makes him lively a bit.
Yeah, it's really lively and fresh. What do you think about the quality?
It's quite high quality, so it's good balanced and the aromas are good integrated in the wine. When would you say you can open the bottle and it's on top?
I think you can drink it from now on for the next 5 years, but because of the acidity, it will still last for 10 years for sure. And therefore I would set the quality between 4 and 5. So I would suggest 5.5, 4.5 crypto wine points.
Yes, that is quite okay.
Which wine pairing do you suggest?
It's a very strong wine, so definitely something with meat. Maybe a typical Austrian food would be schnitzel, so that could fit good.
I think that would really good fit. Yeah, thanks. Now we will come to wine number 2. Wine number 2 will be from the Neusiedlersee region, which is Weiner in Haida, a Blaufränkisch, and local wine, grape variety. It's Ried Neuberg Reserve 2017. The color is quite purple red.
So what do you think about the smell?
Yeah, it's really a strong, intense aromas. Black berries, black pepper, leather.
So dark aromas.
Yeah, it's quite dark for Blaufränkisch.
It also smells a bit spicy, chili components, and maybe a bit cinnamon for me.
Yeah, it feels riper than it is. What do you have on the palate?
There are the same aromas like in the nose, but maybe more intense. So I have very intense spice aromas. As I said, chili, cinnamon, something like that.
I think also the tannins are quite integrated, so it feels very well balanced between the tannins and the acidity.
And the alcohol, because it's 13.5, so everything's very round.
Yeah, it's really ready to drink already now, but also for the next 3 to 4 years, it's quite enjoyable, but you can keep that wine for 10 years for sure.
Yes, I also think so.
What about the quality?
It's high quality.
How many points, the wine points, do you give that wine?
Yeah, I'm not sure. What would you say?
I think from the quality it's 5 points.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
okay.
it's very high and everything well balanced. So it must be a 5. I think that's
Must
good.
be a 5, yeah. And for the food pairing, I would suggest game dishes. So it's because it's so
Yes,
it
good.
smells wild, so it's good for game dishes too.
Okay.
Okay, thanks for the tasting. Now we come to wine number 3. It's from the Neusiedler region. It's a top cuvee from Winery Salzrohr. It's the vintage 2018. From the color you see it's dark ruby red. We have a lot of purple of aromas like violets and plum.
Yeah, it's dark, it's spicy, it's a bit smoky. I think a good steak wine,
Yeah.
especially for a filet steak or something like that.
You can also smell licorice, so that's from the wooden production.
And you have soft tannins, but they are otherwise they are also strong. So a lot of tannins from the wood barrels, but soft ones. So
Yeah,
it's good to drink.
It's really, really great tannins, so quite strong, but also integrated, so not drying out. The acidity is very, very much mouth-watering.
So you look forward to the next sip. It's really...
I think that wine needs some years to develop, so I would suggest to drink it from 2028 on, and for the next 5 years after that it will be best, but you can have that wine for 15 years with no doubt.
We should give the wine a few more years, but then it will be perfect, I think. So, great.
So I think from the group the wine points that can be really high, so that's really a top cuvee.
Would you say 5+, or?
Yeah, I think that's on the top.
I think that
because
will
it's
be
so
good.
also so dense and powerful and long lasting. So
and also a complex wine, so you have a lot of layers which you can explore in. And yeah, a nice flight.
Yeah, really nice flight. Thanks for the tasting.
We see you at the next Crypto Wine tasting video.
See you soon online.